Okay, so we're gonna test my theory. It is about to be 1 a.m. and that is, do we get a pop up on something that moved the previous week fairly well, or the previous day, excuse me. So, but today's a Monday. This was Friday, so this moved aftermarket. UPC did. So here in a couple seconds, we'll see if it starts moving. And if it does, we'll go in. There it is. I'm gonna go ahead and buy. In at 901, 1,000 shares. Watching. Now I'm waiting for an exit indicator. Still waiting, still waiting, still waiting. Oh shoot, this is on the 5-minute chart. And that's what I need right there. I'm gonna go ahead and exit at, what did I exit at? Exited at 942. Pretty high spread here on this, but we can go ahead and go in again. In at 10:30, and I missed the opportunity to take profit, which sucks. So this probably isn't gonna be a winner, but I'm gonna take some profit and get out. Oh, lost 10 bucks on that. Just bad timing. There, I got in soon enough to where I was up like 570 on it, but I didn't press sell soon enough. There's a slight spread in this, in the bid and the ask. Man, that sucks. That would have been a good trade. I don't know why I fumbled that. I had to get out before I lost anything, though. Okay, broke the high. I'm in at 1020. Let's make sure it holds 10. So long as it holds 10, if it breaks 10, we have to sell. There it goes, there it goes. 1070. I'm going to take profit. That was $640. So it's a good theory. Up $1,040 right now. So in this case, so like during regular pre-market at like 4 a.m. or market hours, I'm waiting until I have a very clear exit indicator. But there's not as much liquidity right now because there's not as many people trading at 1 a.m. So here, I'll show you all this. So this is my dealio. So this is the level 2. This is what people are willing to pay. This is what people are selling for. So there's a decent spread here, but it's not that bad. 4 cents isn't a big deal. I mean, it is, but. So anyway, so this is the account right down here. And this is with the a simulator account, the demo account, while I'm testing strategy, continuing to test strategy over the next month or so as I build this account back up, since I've had a pretty hefty education so far. But anyways, that's moving, but it's too expensive. So anyways, so these are the trades I made. All right, let's do 20-cent loss max. Okay, in at 69. Now I have to watch the level 2 because there's a delay in the chart. If we break 1050, we got to be out. $69. There's a big seller sitting at 70. I didn't realize it. So I'm going to get out. So for a brief second, there flashed a large seller at 79, I think is what I said. It was about 2,400 shares worth. But relative to the volume that we have right now, that was a substantial seller. So I gave him about almost 300 bucks on the 250 bucks. which is frustrating. But yeah, in all reality, if this was my morning at $1,040, even $400, I would have went back to bed. No question. I've done lost enough. I'm gonna buy the finish of this candle, and it's gonna bounce. Okay, so 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Buy. 10:03. Let's see if we can get a scalp. 10:08. Okay, so 1,000 shares. $50 scalp. So that's good. All right. So we're back. It's 3:49, so we got about 11 minutes before open. And I was right on DCOY. We could have waited if I was in here a little earlier. If I was trading about what is this? 30 minutes ago, I could have caught the run back up to VWAP. That would have been a good profit, but we weren't here. So interestingly, after I logged off and went back to bed, I had a there was a good trade that came up on DCOY actually, and so it's interesting. Once you trade a stock, and you've done this for a little bit, you can sort of figure out how a stock moves. And so I actually caught a move on DCOY. Let me move over to wherever it was. There we go. I caught a move on DCOY. Where was it? It was right in here. Let's see. And I made actually really good profit. So I made one move that I wouldn't have otherwise made. So I didn't count this. I averaged down significantly. So I got in at 1696, 1704, 1672, and 1673. So I was in like nearly $50,000 worth, so that's not something I would do, obviously. And I sold at 1739, so that brought me back over or brought me positive in the account. Anyways, but the trade I would have made is 1739 to 1772. So I think I got in. I was in like right here, 1739 to 1732. I mean, it was in like right here or over here. I don't know, but it was a good trade. And on that one, I made 40 to 34 cents, I think. Wait, that's the wrong one. Let's look up. Excuse me. 1772 to 1835. So I made about 53 cents a share on that. So I made $530. So I'll run my total at $1,570. And that's a really, really good day. For the 3 winning trades out of the 4 I've taken, I had that one $10 loser. That's averaging $500 a trade. So that's very, very good. Very good. Wish these had been real money trades, but they're not. So that's okay. Okay. Not a sponsor. So my theory panned out of stocks that moved the day prior moving at 1 a.m. the next day. But there's another theory, and that's right before 4 a.m. stocks bump up a little bit that moved prior to 4 a.m. So this one just did. Not by much, but it moved. And normally at 4 a.m., I'm not sure it will test it. Unless it was like phenomenal news, I think they actually flush at 4 a.m. And a lot of stocks flush going into the open. Sometimes they squeeze up, but I haven't seen that happen lately. Open is at 6:30 our time. So I've got about an hour and a half I can trade before I have to go to work. So that's why I'm up so early. Oh, yep, there it is. Not even 4 a.m. yet. Put this on auto. And now we wait. It's gonna work. There it is. Well, let me do it if it's not open. I don't think it will. No. So really what we're waiting to see if any news comes out. Because 4 a.m. is when companies start putting out news. Sometimes they'll put it out at like 3:30, but not as common. I'd be surprised to see UPC move since it's yesterday's move. Yep, there it goes. It dumped right at 4 a.m. Let's see if DCOY does anything. Dumped right at 4 a.m. So that kind of confirms that theory. I'll keep watching it. But these are the things you learn once you do it for so long. And I've been trading for about 3 months now. I've probably taken over 2,500 real and not real trades. See, this is the kind of movement that's going to probably lead into something happening. So I'm going to trade. I don't trade things that are under $2. However, this is moving very, very well. But it just means that I'm going to have to go in with 5,000 shares. So I'm going to put 5,000 on the table at 115. There's a lot of sellers here already. And then I'm going to add to my position at 114. That's not where I wanted to add at all. But okay, we're already up. So the problem with the stocks under $2 is I have to have so many shares in order for it to make a reasonable profit. There we go. So we're already up $100. Adding on the dip at 118. And it's not good, so I need to be in about 5,000 shares in order to make a profit that's worth a darn. And as it stands right now, I really don't like adding on the way up. I like to average down into support. It just changes my cost basis too much. 21, 22. Really good. I should have added more. We're only 3,000 in, but 5,000. If it's $2 and under, I need 5,000 shares in order for the profit to be worth it because I get charged so much in fees and commissions on sub $2 stocks. So probably about $10 per 1,000 shares. So, this is consolidating. I'm going to wait until the next candle open to confirm. Hopefully it doesn't flush. And there it goes. It's already down, so let's go ahead and add back. And I'll get one more add at 14. So our cost basis is 115 for 5,000 shares. Let's see if it comes up on the candle or if it dumps. If it hits 110, we're going to bail. It's above VWAP, which is fine. I wish I could have bought at VWAP, but that's fine. There we go. There we go. Okay, coming up, coming up, coming up. I'm gonna exit this position. Just wasn't very good. I was up more money than I was, but we'll do the math on that here in a second. Let's actually use ChatGPT to run the profit, because I can't do it in my head. 1,000 shares at $1.15, 1,000 shares at $1.13, 1,000 shares at $1.19, 1,000 shares at $1.18, and 1,000 shares at $1.13. Sold at $1.18. Profit, please. So, $120. So plus 120. So we'll go 120. We'll go 16. Is that 520? 7. Okay, so 90. $1,600 on the day, and you know, literally when you trade, you often miss everything. I'm gonna go in just 1,000 shares. So for every penny this moves, we lose $10. So a lot of support at 22. So I'm gonna add. There we go. 40. Cost basis is 23. So we're just kind of hanging out right now. There's support at 23 though. A lot of support at 24. A lot of support. So the other reason I don't trade these, unless it was phenomenal news, is that I'm gonna get out. I lost like $40. Anyways, we're gonna say 1650. Is that Okay, 10 cents, a 10-cent move on 1,000 shares is $100. It's very, very hard for a stock that's sub $2 to move 10 cents. If you're under $1 and you move 10 cents, it's 10%. If you're at $10 and you move 10 cents, it's what, 1%? I don't know, I can't do math. So once these run up and they run up to $2, once they get above $2, I'm typically interested. And nothing's moving right now. This isn't even showing up on the scanner. It's just up and moving. So sellers, okay, in at 22, it broke over, so I'm surprised it's not moving more. There we go, 32. So this is the point. Look at this rejection. That's not good. It's trying really hard. I don't quite like this. I'm going to get out and I'm going to wait for a pullback. There's not volume yet, so we're going to take $70 profit. I'm gonna wait for it to actually move, and then I'm going to take profit on it. Or excuse me, I'll get in at a pullback whenever there's a pullback. So I'm gonna buy the dip. Okay, in at 43. We'll be out at 30. There we go. And is it gonna break 47? Yes, it does. Nope, came back down. There's a seller there, so we're gonna exit. Lost 70. 1650. So this time I'm waiting to see if it breaks 50. That's really the entry or exit indicator. I might add in down here. That's not where I wanted to add in, but we're at 40. Hoping for a retest. Let's see if we come up. Are we gonna break? We're pushing. Tapped it again. There it goes. So you just gotta be in at the right time. But man, that's sticky. I'm gonna take profit 140. It's too sticky. It's not going up like I want it to. So 1790 is our profit at the moment. Again, the amount profit in the bottom where it says margin demo at 2,140 is off because I took that 4,000 share position trade. I wouldn't have. It was a winner, but it was a risky winner. Okay, so now we've actually broken away. So now we really want to watch our volume. Our MACD is open, so that's good. Okay, so this is our consolidation period around 70. Beautiful buy. That's where we wanted that, 72, because our support is about just under 70. And we're looking for a break. Want to squeeze through 80. We'll sell at 65. Squeezing through. Oh, there was a big seller at 75. I just saw that. Not breaking 80. It's trying. There is a seller there. There's a slight out. Okay. There's a slight loss, 70 bucks. 1720. There's a slight seller. What was I gonna say? I don't remember. But there's a seller sitting up there. How can you tell there's a seller? Well, if it's not breaking a price level, when all other indicators show that it should, that's what you want to see. So this pulled back to the 20 moving average on the 10-second chart. So we could get back in right there. And at this point, I want to see if we break. So I'm going to watch the ticker here on the tape. We're coming back up. I'm back in at 76. Oh, there he is. I saw it. So it flat and it broke. It just ate through, which is good. So, um, now here's the question: do you hold until you see an exit indicator? There was like a 26,000 share seller sitting there, and it flashed very briefly. I don't know why it flashes briefly sometimes, but um, we have support at 83 now. Hopefully 80 is a level of support now that it broke through. There we go. Oh, okay, not very good. We're gonna take 40 bucks. Probably could have held, but it's not that great. I was up about 100, but that's kind of the tricky thing is you wonder if you should take profit immediately or if you should wait until you have an exit indicator. So in this case, this was my exit indicator, that going red. Most people wait until it officially closes red, but I don't know. So I think one of the things I'm realizing too is that when things aren't as strong, like this isn't phenomenal news, I can scalp. So when I scalp, like I've done like just 40 bucks right there, I just want to take profit real quick. So could buy a bounce off of VWAP if it gets anywhere under 65. Let's watch. Which is fine. Oh, there we go. 68 is not what I wanted. I wanted to get in a little lower than that for the bounce off of VWAP. Let's see if we actually tap VWAP. 69. Okay, took 30 bucks. Okay, back at 1780 on our profit. 1780. Ooh, looks good. Okay, so back in at 78. That would be the break of our previous, but it's not really a pullback because it retraced 50% of the move. So this one might just be a big loser. Yeah, that's a big loser. 130. So that was just a trade I just should have taken. So 1650. It's just not worth it, you know. I have to be extremely accurate with scalps like this in order for it to be profitable because on that one I had one, two, three. I had 3 good trades in a row on that scalp. And it produced like 80 bucks, which wasn't worth it already because I probably would have had $30 in real commissions. And then it just takes one to wipe it out. So typically the first 2 or 3 scalps on one particular chunk of a move I'll see success on. And then after that I don't. So at this point, this is a stock where I'd be interested in watching it come back up to VWAP whenever it gets there. So it's going to have to spend some time below VWAP, which is here, your yellow line. And then once it consolidates and then starts coming up with our MACD positive, then we'll be good to go. So our MACD's closing, so it's not good. Not a good trade. Well, there you go. It's important to remember that I'm not going to catch every move. So, like, could I have bought when that reversed fully? Yes. And it would have netted me, 10 cents a share, but 10 cents a share isn't really what I'm looking for with this position size. Not that 100 bucks is bad. It's just there's too much risk here now at this point, so too much red volume. Too cheap. Go see what's happening with pets. This is interesting. So sometimes what'll happen is they'll algo spike and then they'll drop and then they'll come back up and then eventually they'll break. But so when a stock does get over $2, there's almost always resistance at 225, sometimes 250, but very oddly enough, $2.60 is a huge resistance point for all these stocks. I have no idea why, but it is. You'll see it hit 260 and pop down or fight a lot at that area. But it's just a good thing to know. This moved last week and it's too cheap. So, but it is moving, so let's just do it for the sake of it. I'll go in with Webull. So if you're a new trader and you're I don't have any money in this account because I don't use it, but if you're a new trader, this is what this looks like. This is free. It doesn't cost you anything. You can go to paper trade, which is right here, and you can put in your order. So if I wanted to go to NNBR, which is moving, don't trade penny stock, sub $2 stocks on Webull. It's not worth it. And these guys are crooks with real money. But anyways, I have my hotkey set here too. See, if I hit Control A, I'll buy 1,000 shares at the ask, which is this price right here. And then if I hit Control B, oh, it doesn't like having this up. Anyways, if I hit Control B, it'll be in and out of position here. So, and I can set my dollar amount to whatever I want. Let me get out of that. Probably just in the time I brought up the Webull scanner. So this is a pullback at 4. This is a really good pullback because my max loss is like 7 cents. I'm gonna go in a little larger, and I'm gonna wait. I might add another 3,000 shares. It depends on how long the pullback is. This is on the 5-minute chart. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Not at all what I wanted. So that was a bad entry actually, but we're still holding support, so we'll wait and see. Okay, so we flushed below just a little bit. I should have given myself a little bit more of a margin, so I'm gonna go back in here. I didn't even see what the news on this was. Significant. Oh, this is the NVIDIA one that was supposed to move earlier. Yeah, so that's my reversal. In the couple seconds I switched over to Webull, it made this not useful. So anyways, a 5-cent move with 1,000 shares is $50. You know how hard is it? So that's $4,000 in. How hard is it to make $50 a day doing this? Not at all. So that's my target this month after having the education that I did. Just make $50 a day. Realistically, it's $100 a day, but $100 a day is $2,000 a month. Not bad at all. And I have. This is finally moving. Yep, there we go. Nice. Nice. Oh, we found some resistance at 30 again. I should have held that. Darn it. That was 180. Hug. But now we've got rejection off the same, so. Oh, that's why the chart looks so clean, is because it was on the 5-minute. So under what reason would I enter this stock again? Based off of the existing candle, I wouldn't. I'd wait for a different one. So so what I'm looking for on this is I want to see a clear break over 30. This is not a good sign right here. And we have fairly well support now established at 15. So if I can get it on 20, so I got it at 19. So if it breaks 15, or we'll say 14, then it's not what I want. So we got a seller at 25. It just got eaten up. Okay, through 30, I'm just going to take profit. $110. Nice little scalp. Anyways, so what I was saying is that on the 5-minute, this is super clean. And I was like, how did I miss this? But it's just because of that. This isn't on auto and it needs to be. Like support around the 30 mark. So if I get in at 38, that means I cut it at 30, which means I've got a $80 loss max. You ever get grossed out by your own mouth noises? I do. So now I'm just waiting to see if it breaks. I mean, this is our pullback. We have clear support at 36, so honestly, if it breaks 35, pending it's not a liquidity flush, then we'll be okay. Just looking for my keys. I'm going to add. Double the position. Yep, there we go. Through 50. Yep, white right through 50. That was cool. Nice. Really good trade. Really good trade. I'm just going to take it. $440. I could have held until I had an exit indicator, but I'm so invested in protecting my profits now that I've had all these losses. So now what I'm going to want is I'm going to want to pull back to about 60. Okay, and it's 70. Not quite what I wanted. So sometimes you're not quick enough on the draw. 68, and definitely not where I wanted either. So when these move so fast, it's very, very hard. And what I want to see is a breakthrough 5. So this means my max loss at 68 is $180 because I'd sell at 50 if it didn't hold 50. So somebody just put a bunch of shares for sale there around 65-ish. If it hits 60, I'll add to the position. Actually, my max loss would be $300 because I'm in 2,000 shares. Whoopsie. Okay, added at 68, so average cost is 66 now. Topping tail though, but we have support at 60. Added at 62. Okay, cool. So average cost is 65 now. So now I'm expecting the run up. And I don't really like this. This isn't very strong, but that's okay. Yep, 70, 70, 70, 70, 70. Come on. Punch it. Punch it. I think we're going to take profit. Just give it a minute. It's moving. Another top and tail. Where is the resistance coming from? I'm seeing a lot of green on the tape, so that's good. There's some red. There's some green. Oh, yeah. Another topping tail, and we broke resistance, so we need to be out. Oh, that was a liquidity flush. I got trapped. Let's add back. Okay, there we go. Got in at 67, not where I wanted. There we go, and it broke through. Beautiful. How much did I lose on the last one? I think I broke even on the last one. I'll have to do the math. We're gonna get out. That's not good. Okay, 1,000 shares at 469, 1,000 shares at 468, 1,000 shares at 462, 1,000 shares at 462, sold at 464. No, those were dollar prices. What's my profit? Oh, minus 50, never mind. Okay, so that was the $50 loss, and then I just made $40, so minus 10. So we'll just go 430. So as this pulls back, when it comes up again, it'll probably be good. Yeah, I need to scalp. I could have made a good scalp on that, a couple $100. Oh man, that's flushing. Okay, we're gonna buy the dip here. Bought the dip at 55. $30. That's funny. Could have waited. Just want the cash. Yeah, $30 isn't worth it. $30 isn't worth the scalp I made. So if this breaks 475, that would be our confirmation entry. I'm gonna buy at 60, 62. 50 is our sell point. Let's say 52 is our sell point. That'll risk $100, and I would be expecting this to push through 85. So does it hit it? I'm gonna take profit. I don't know if it's gonna break, but that was $170. If it rejects, I'm probably gonna lose a fairly decent amount. Oh, there it goes. Crap. 86, 86, 86. And I'm out. Okay, so lost another 70. So let's just say plus 100. I shouldn't have pressed buy on that other one, but I got out, so it didn't break strongly. So that's what I was worried about. That's why I took profit initially, because it did break, but it didn't punch through, and then it came back down. So 40. So I'm curious. So this is one of the ones where I don't know if I would take the trade or not. So if it breaks 40, we're out. So if it breaks 40, that means the trend is reversed. So we got in at 446. But it came back to the 20 moving average, which is that green line. I added at 44. Wasn't really worth it. Added at 43. We're going 5,000 shares in. Son. Oh, and there's our reversal, so that's nice. Oh, yeah. Dude. 260. See, now that's one of the ones where I don't know if I would have bought. So if I was up $2,500 on the day, probably not. But, okay, why did I buy that? And why did I sell it is the better question, because it's freaking ripping again. There's resistance at 66, so... yeah, we need to protect our profits here. How much money did I make on that? 446 plus 4, 44 plus 4, 43 divided by 3. And we went to 53, so we made 10 cents on 3,000 shares. Did we really? That's pretty cool. So we're sitting at 27.50 on the day. Anyways, the reason I bought that was because it pulled back to what's called the 20 moving average, which is right here. It's a very clear line of support, and it tested it over 3 minutes, and it held it. And you can see that right here. So if I came to my 1 minute and I drew a line, you'd be able to see the support right there. It dropped below just for a second, but our 20 moving average at that point was at 40, and this dropped to 41, so it was fine. So anyways, it's probably on the way back up now. That's how that works. Anyways, nothing else is moving, and I gotta get going to work, so we're gonna call that for the day. Total simulator profit, roughly $2,750. 1,500 of that was made prior to 1:38 a.m. That's good to note. And the other ones, I mean, it wasn't very hot with everything else, but we made some decent scalp trades. So, had a $110 scalp, $108 scalp, $460 scalp, $100 scalp. Not bad, not bad. So, anyways, we'll try her again tomorrow.